Second and third place teams in the NEC battling to stay paced with Robert Morris as the red flash control the tip easily down low. Kroll turning in the lane, and she'll finish it off 8 seconds into the game.
And here's the
Caitlin
press.
Kroll with 2. The press easily broken. Nice bounce pass inside. Left-handed is good. And the Bulldogs not fazed by the pressure as Naomi Ashley with 2 points of her own, matching her opposite.
What an assist by Palmer. Great pass.
Palmer, one of the best in conference play. Jess Kovacs tries to thread the needle, and she can't find it. Ooh, the passing is on display here, especially with Kira Palmer having the ball on a string, forcing the ball into tight windows. Palmer all the way blocked by Ace Harrison. Kroll probing, gives it up to Dooling on a trailer.
I think we got away with one. I think there may have been
Maya Wynn, a corner 3 off the back iron, no good. Dooling pulls it down though. Back to Wynn, 1 dribble, kick outs. Ace Harrison, corner 3, she's set, she fires, and she hits.
That's a good early thing for Ace here, getting her started early.
Red flash back on the press as it's broken and driven up ahead. Dooling hand straight up, doesn't matter. An easy finish for the Bulldogs and Sydney Holloway.
And again, Matt, one of the things, how do you beat a pressing team? You attack them early on. Bryant has been doing that, which is surprising.
Well, Bryant's passing really has been not really surprising. They have a couple of players that average over 3 assists per game. As Kovacs goes off glass and a kiss from a tough angle.
Nice drive by Jess on that dribble handoff.
That's one of her favorite plays at around that elbow position. She likes to take the dribble handoff, 1 or 2 dribbles, and usually she's in the clear at that point, and an easy layup there. Trying to go down low, nice movement inside. First attempt, no good. Offensive rebound put up, and yes, Sydney Holloway again.
You're going to see a lot of that. Sydney being left-handed, but she's a great finisher, according to the scouting report.
Well, 7-6. Both sides trading baskets. The only difference, the Ace Harrison 3-pointer. 7:45 to go first quarter. Dooling looking for presence inside. Thought about going inside. Ace Harrison lines up again off the mark, no good. Kroll tips it out. Kovacs will have it. Floater in the lane off the mark, no good. Kovacs a rebound, up again with it, and she finishes.
She wants to pad her rebounding statistics there, Matt. Shoot and miss, get the rebound and put it up and in.
Well, she did a nice job. Able to finish it off. Kroll looking for a steal from behind. Instead, it's a miss layup. The putback, though, will knock around and will find the bottom of the net there.
That's why you have to sprint back.
As we see Hannah Scanlan that was able to finish it off with 4 new red flash players looking to enter the contest at the buzzer.
I still think you're beckoned to be a hockey announcer.
Well, the rationale there would be that all these substitutes, I'll get used to it, and hopefully something will come up with that. But hey, we'll see what things end up now as Zeza, one of the new ones, comes in. Swagger top the key, fakes, and she dribble handoff of Leah Morrow. 2 lanes, and it's off the mark. Saw Leah Morrow before the game working on her finishing abilities right there in that instance. Didn't help her out, but she's not really a scoring threat, more of a defensive player. As the ball is lost off the foot of Naomi Ashley.
You know the value of Leah Morrow. She's 5'8", or listed at 5'8". She's guarding a post player there on that possession.
Carson Swagger, the freshman out of Bellwood, Pennsylvania. Hand off to Zeza. Inside now with Leah Morrow looking for options off the handoff. Swagger, a couple head fakes, get out wide with Haley Thomas. Pass back to Swagger, looking for an option. Falvey the screen. Hesitation, kick out. Zeza with 8 on the clock is well short. Leah Morrow will save it initially, but the ball is out of bounds.
It's good to see Matt Haley Thomas back in, missing about 2 months, obviously, with an injury, and coming back and playing pretty well.
Again, the full court press. 1 pass and a couple dribbles, and they're across the timeline. Palmer has led the team in assists the last 2 seasons, led the conference in assists per game last season at about 4.8 per game. Inside, the lefty from Holloway is good, and Bryant has their first lead of the game.
Yeah, nice ball fake and then turnaround jump shot.
Well, quick on the trigger, 5 seconds into the shot clock. Haley Thomas airballs a distance ball, and she misses there as Ace Harrison will recheck herself back in with Jill Falvey taking a seat.
Matt, I'm not going to take credit for this because you told me, but I think before the game we said Jess has 77 threes on the season. Bryant as a team only 64.
And she has more three-pointers made than about 30 teams in the nation. She likes to get them up, and she likes to put them down as Bryant goes to work. Leah Morrow got caught for a reach there. Jess Kovac has a chance to break the career three-point record here at St. Francis by the end of this season. She's about 15 or so off the mark right now.
On Saturday, I believe she moved into 4th all-time scoring.
And indeed, she did move into 4th all-time in scoring, closing in on the top of the list.
And she passed a great shooter, great player, Alexa Hayward from Blackhawk High School in Pennsylvania.
Nice bounce pass inside, and another easy two for Hannah Skalin, who right now leads the conference in field goal percentage at about .550. Or rather 55%. Bulldogs pushing the other way. Didn't really expect this from the Bulldogs with the pressure.
Lots of travel, yeah.
That they would be pushing the tempo as much as they are right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm so impressed with their passing thus far, though that was a turnover, but the bounce pass, on the fly, they're doing a very, very good job.
And Naomi Ashley averaging about 3 assists per game. Kiera Palmer a shade over 4.5. Palmer did miss 5 games, though, from the beginning of December till the end. And she is averaging about 6 assists per game in her return over the last 4 as Kovac pops deep. Deep ball's no good. And a rebound pulled down, and they look to push the other way, do the Bulldogs. Lefty and Ashley stops, and we'll look to reset with Palmer at controls here. Maya Wynn had a nice game her last time around. Kicks into the corner, they swing it around, Wynn back in front of Palmer. Kovac having to play some defense down low now. Into the lane, stop and pop, blocked by Harrison. Harrison, a deflection, knocked around. Kroll can't find it.
Shot clock violation.
And a shot clock violation. That's a couple of blocks there for Ace Harrison in this first quarter. But it's immediate timeout. 4:27 to go. Bryant leading St. Francis 12-9 here from the Gall Arena. The timing not there as Nelson and Lee talking back and forth, trying to get things situated. High five there from the two teammates as the signals being given in by each coach. The defense right now for Cape Fear has done a decent job as they held the Rough Riders on that first possession where they picked up the fumble to just a field goal as 3 players near side and a bunt formation. Nelson on the keeper, wrapped up, and he will be brought down. Ralph Pac-Man Scott coming through and making the tackle.
Matt, I love the nickname there, Pac-Man. But, I mean, they're going to start getting hip. This Cape Fear team is going to start getting hip to Nelson and these designed quarterback sneaks and quarterback runs. I mean, I knew that one of the things that we'd see from Nelson is the ability to use his feet. But now it's starting to become more noticeable in this offense. I think one out of every 3 calls seems to be for Nelson and his running ability.
In motion far side, snap goes to Nelson. Looks that way, catch is made as he's knocked backwards, and eventually he will get back across the first down line. And a catch is made, first down given, and that's Daniel Lee making up for the mistake earlier where he dropped one.
Yeah, very, very heads-up play. Presence of mind to actually be able to keep his balance and get across the line for the first down.
Damari Jones near side receiver. In motion, Carter on the far side joining up with Lee on the catch. Off the shotgun pass, Nelson steps up, looks near side, catch made. On the run and in the end zone, it's Damari Jones.
Damari Jones giving everybody high fives. That looked like a really, almost a rub route. Caught the defender kind of flat-footed and was able to get by him. Very good route there by Jones.
So Jones with the catch and the touchdown last week. 9 catches, 105 yards, and a score. His first action of the season. And he doubles up his season tally for tutties. And it's 24-13 with T.C. Stevens on. Snap high, the right-footed kicker, though. Makes up for the mistake, and he puts it through. And it's 25-13, Rough Riders on top. Methodical drive from the Rough Riders. 7:39 to go in this first half. It's 25-13, and we talked about pregame. A lot of action, a lot of points. Early on, it was mistakes by both sides, penalties for the Rough Riders, turnovers for the Heroes, and now things are starting to calm down. Things are starting to sort things out. And now the Rough Riders going to kick this one away with T.C. Stevens already having 1 Uno points on top of his score already. He's been fantastic with his leg.
Yes, he has, Matt. And I tell you what, if he can kick this through, they'll have a very commanding lead, pretty much doubling up what Cape Fear has been able to do out here tonight. And Cape Fear, the interesting thing about their offense is they've seemed to be the more proficient offense. They haven't just been able to get it into the end zone, whereas, the sputters and the penalties for the Rough Riders don't seem to be affecting them actually putting the ball into the end zone as much. Plus, of course, that touchdown by Greg Hardy to boot did not hurt at all.
Stevens again. Add a point to his tally. His leg has been magical here. It's 26-13.
And that seems to be one of the dividing points of this game. Cape Fear not being able to take care of the ball when it comes to these kicks, leaving at least 5 points out there to be had now.
So they start from now they have it at the 5-yard line. The last time the T.C. Stevens had the extra point added on the kickoff, they started at the 2. Now it's at the 5. The 5-yard line is the correct rule. They just, I guess, made the mistake the first time.
Yeah, probably the mistake the first time there, Matt.
On the shotgun pass, big wrap up and hit there. Davon Morgan.
Davon Morgan. I guess you're used to being a Virginia guy, you used to see that at Virginia Tech, didn't you?
Oh, the alma mater. Hokey to hokey down there. Remember him playing down there. And the former quarterback last week for the Rough Riders, Brian Randall. Remember his time there in Blacksburg as it's 2nd and 4 from the 11. 6:45 before half. Bach in the shotgun. To his left, it's Yarborough. In motion is Bridges. Or rather, that's Lee in motion. Get it out wide, though, to Bridges. He lowers the boom. And a gang tackle on the far side in the boards. And it's right at the first down line. We'll see if they give it to him, and indeed they will. So it's a first down play. And the pass goes back to Bridges.
Yeah, Bridges does not look like that injury from earlier on is affecting him now. Able to lower his shoulder and actually knock a couple of defenders back with him.
So we're going to get a timeout from the Rough Riders. We'll take it with them. 6:16 to go before half. 26-13 Rough Riders on top. You're listening to the game of the week in the American Arena League here on Sports Radio America.